All right, we good? All right, it looks like it's working. Hell yeah, guys. Thank you for joining me tonight. Welcome back to another streaming night here at New to Retro Reviews. Greatly appreciate y'all being here. And yeah, so this is going to be a fun night. We're going to be starting up Mega Man X4. It is my personal favorite of the X series. I absolutely have adored this ever since I first discovered it back in 1997 with, this thing's amazing because it had like full animated cutscenes. The sprite work was absolutely phenomenal for its time. So, and it still holds up to this day. So, honestly, yeah, it's a great game. So let's get some tunes pumping here. All right. There we go. Yeah, we actually got some lo-fi tunes from the Mega Man X4 soundtrack. So, but yeah. So no, I discovered this years ago. I had seen it in magazines, and it looked really impressive. And who was it that got it? It was my butt. Was it Rob? No, it was this kid we used to know named Matt. He had the game, and just could not stop playing it. It was absolutely insane. Great game, really a lot of fun. The sprite work, like I said, is absolutely insane. I mean, this is stuff that is like over 25 years old now, and it still looks good to this day. Like lots more frames in the animation. It's still sprite based, but there's more frames of animation than there was in the Super Nintendo games. Like the characters feel really more alive than they did before. And don't get me wrong, the Super Nintendo games, all the characters look fantastic. They're designed very well. So, I honestly just love this game with everything. It's got some issues, obviously, but I think for it coming out of the gates and being on the PlayStation 1 was great. Because you guys got to remember, I talked about this in my 30th anniversary review of the PlayStation 1. This was at a time where like Sony and a lot of other companies didn't really want to do the pixel gaming thing anymore. They wanted to move on, and they wanted to move on to do what do you call it there? More polygon work. Like how things like look for Final Fantasy 7, Tekken, Resident Evil, Siphon Filter, that kind of stuff. That's what they were doing. But there were companies that still be like, hey, no, we want to still do this stuff, and it was absolutely phenomenal. It was really incredible that they had games that were that amazing back then. Because like the sprite-based work video games look better than almost any game that came out on the PS1 when you think about it. They have aged dramatically better than Polygon games have. But yeah, like Capcom stuck with it. They kept making X games, and they kept making them sprite-based work instead of Polygon. Then it would go the 3D route later on with the X7, starting at X7 and stuff. But Mega Man X4, yeah, it's known for like that cheesy voice acting, but the great and violent anime cutscenes that they have with it. I mean, it's just so much of it's absolutely incredible. It was a game that I was so happy to get when I finally did get my hands on it. It was something dope. It was really something dope back then because, again, it was absolutely mind-blowing to see animated cutscenes. Again, not the best voice acting, but it was that era of video games. Not every game could have been Metal Gear Solid. I remember seeing X4 for the first time after playing the NES and SNES games for years. It was amazing. Thankfully, they stuck with the 2D stuff for a while. Yeah, no, it was a great thing that they did that. Absolutely phenomenal that they did that. I missed the old Siphon Filter tasing enemies until they caught fire. It should have been early red flag that whoever did that would probably be a villain in the making. Hey, I did it, and I'm not going around being a villain and stuff, I think we just had fun being pyromaniacs because those guys would, like, run around and catch fire, They did. That's, like, what was, like, one of the coolest things about that game. I mean, I tried to play Siphon Filter a few months back and stuff, and, like, oh, no, sorry, it was a few minutes back for that PlayStation retrospective I did, and dear fucking god was it a nightmare. Like in terms of controls, like I remember the game not controlling well back in the day, but man, they just have aged worse somehow. That's the insane part of it. So yeah, that's just absolutely nuts. So, oh man, but I'm excited for tonight. I'm excited to play this. We'll be doing 2 nights of this because this is where they started to split the series in half. So like, you know, you can play as X, you can play as Zero, and people have been asking to play as Zero for so long because ever since Zero was introduced in Mega Man X, people thought he was like the coolest character, right? Everybody loved him. His design was cool. You know, he came back in the second game, and in the third game, you got to play as him a little bit for certain things, not everything, but it was really kind of dope to be able to play as the character. Even though you probably didn't know, you probably didn't even know like that you could play as Zero, because a lot of people, because there was no button that like showed you, right? I always thought that was weird. But yeah, no, I'm glad you guys are getting hyped for this. So if you haven't, please, guys, remember, please hit that thumbs up if you have not in the video, because that helps the video get seen, and also it helps it do very well after the stream is no longer live. So I would greatly appreciate that. We actually did, shockingly, it was weird. We actually did better numbers in X3 stream than we did X2, and X2 is the more popular one. So again, I wanted to thank you guys for helping to get those videos out there and giving them the thumbs up and sharing them. It does help out a lot with the current algorithm of YouTube. So I appreciate that greatly. Yeah, no, you gotta play as Zero in this. You just gotta. Actually, I want to kind of see something here first. Hold on. Because I own this. I actually should have took it off the shelf to show you guys. Hold on. Yeah, let's see how much this one's going for. Oh man. Oh, that's a lot. So yeah, all right. So let me switch over to the other screen for you guys. So as you guys can see, I'll just move this over because the screen is zoomed in still. But yeah, like, Jesus, man. Like, so I have this. Will it be both X and Zero? Yes, Ginkage. Yeah. Tonight we will be playing as Zero, and then tomorrow we will be playing as X. But yeah, no. So this, if I remember correctly, the reason why this is so rare and expensive, it's also because, like, you know, the Saturn version's, you know, what it is, right? I think it was because it was like maybe towards the end of the series lifespan, perhaps, or they just didn't make enough copies. But I own this. I actually there's a game store that I go to all the time, and one of the things that I do is I love going there and I love buying there. But they had like a big anniversary of the store. It was like, I think their 5-year anniversary or something like that at the store. So you waited out in line, and they came out and they gave you a paper bag. And in the paper bag was a bunch of video games and other assorted stuff. They were essentially they're kind of like throwaway games that the store's not going to sell and stuff, but some of them were pretty good. I actually got a decent GameCube game, I think, or something. But anyway, there was a slip in there, and the slip would show you. Let's try. Yeah, that's the Japanese one. There is a PC version too. There is a PC version of that. Ooh, that looks dope. 200 for the Japanese price, man. So anyway, the rest of the story goes. It was there was a slip in the book, and it had a number on it, and I was like, oh, that's a interesting number. Okay, like what's this mean? So we found out that when you went into the store, you could buy whatever you wanted. They had deals and stuff like that, but they would also give you the slip. And on the numbers were on a 50-sided die, and like it's like one of those giant D&D dice, right? It's like 50 on it, right? So mine was at 25. And I was like, oh, okay, and he goes, well, that means you get 25% off your entire purchase. And I'm like, no kidding. He goes, yes, but you can trade that 25% in and get 2 rolls. And whatever the number is of the 2, you get to choose to keep. But, you know, if it's lower, if they're lower than 25, you still have to take those. You can't get the 25 back. So I was like, damn, that's a I don't like to gamble, but I'm thinking, yeah, you know what? 25 and 25 is 50. So I had like a 50% chance of getting something better than 25, right? So first roll I got, right? 30%. And I was like, all right. So I rolled the die, this massive fucking die, rolled it again, and it came up on 50%. 50% off everything that I bought. So I looked over to John, who owns the store, and I said to him, I was like, John, I think it's time for me to get that Mega Man X out of the cabinet, the X4. And he's like, you're really going to do this to me, Tony? I was like, well, you know I'm not going to sell it online. You know it's going to go on my shelf. And he goes, okay, yeah, all right, you know, that's true. That's very true. And it was very true. It's on the shelf. I haven't sold it. Mega Man X4 is a game that really does mean a lot to me. So it's always been like a great game. It's to me like where the series peaked. It was the best the series ever got in my personal experience, my personal thing. Wait, what? Wait, they removed them? Really? Hold up. Oh my God, yeah, it's not here. I'm looking at all the games because I typed in Mega Man X4. I get Mega Man 11, I get Pac-Man Mega Tunnels, Like a Dragon, bunch of Spider-Man stuff, but yeah, no. So did they really remove the PS1 game off this? Maybe they did it because you could, you could buy the game on PS4 now, like in the collection. Maybe that's what it was, but still, man. That's nuts. Holy shit. That's nuts, man. This is what I hate about digital downloads. This is the future, and I can't stand it, man. I mean, I guess it would make sense because I think Sony would have to renew like a license with Capcom in order to keep that game there. So I guess that could be the reason why it's not happening, like why they took it down. But that's crazy, man. I don't know. That's nuts. But anyway, we've talked a little bit enough. I actually want to jump right into this game and everything. So yeah, we're about 20-minute mark almost, or close to it anyway. So let's do this.
Mega Man X Legacy Collection.
All right. God, this fucking game, man. Again, just blew my mind when I was younger, All right. This theme song, by the way, goated. Stupid camera thing. I used to have this as a ringtone for a while too. But again, yeah, just seeing this like all anime opening cutscene and stuff. Kind of running like ass. Should be running a lot smoother than this. God, this shit was so dope. And I love these characters, and I hate the fact that, like, we knew nothing about them for this game. Like, clearly Colonel and Zero have a lot of shit, like a history and everything, you know? This is essentially Zero's game. This was Zero's game. X is just here to be here. You know, like, you literally, like, X has no reason to be here. Like, virtually anything that happens within this game, he's just kind of, like, maybe the ending kind of, like, teases a little bit of, like, what is going on in X's mind, but that's really about it. Yeah, like, we don't know who that mysterious figure in the back is. Wait a minute. I want to play as the Black Suit Zero. Okay. All right. So to get the black armor Zero, we got to do. Okay. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. All right, that should give it to us. And this is like where we get the first realization of like who Zero is, because we all know who that this shadow is that's coming up. And this was like, this blew my fucking mind as a kid.
Who are you? My masterpiece. But who are you? After him, he is my nemesis. Our rivalry is what gives me motivation in life. Now go, destroy him. That's an order. But wait!
Emergency, all Maverick hunters on call should assemble immediately.
Like, this is some dark shit.
Again.
All Maverick hunters on call should assemble immediately.
Like that one last shot that you see of that one robot whose face is all fucked up. I thought that was X. I'm sorry, the original Mega Man. Back in the day. Because, like, once I started piecing together, like, Zero's backstory and who that is, and, like, you know, how there's no story of, like, what happened in the original Mega Man, my theory was that that robot that we saw right before, you know, it cut out, I thought that was Mega Man. I thought that, like, when Wily finally woke Zero to do what he was supposed to do, killed Mega Man and a bunch of people. I thought that's what it was. Black Suit Zero, let's go. And we got the kick-ass theme song. Well, we gotta turn the volume up on this. Okay. Yeah, like, so, like I said, the animation, the background design, everything in this game is absolutely phenomenal. Like, just the way Zero animates when running or when he stops and he breathes, like, even, like, the littlest detail of him breathing is insane. But, like, you've got, like, kind of, like, the stop animation where he stopped, like, again, you didn't have that with the other games. Like, there's more frames of animation in here, and that's what's one of the greatest strengths about this game. And the weird thing of it is, too, I thought, like, it was weird that they took away Zero's blaster in this. I thought that was kind of weird. This guy, a living, breathing fucking machine Street Fighter character. Like, this guy's essentially Ken. You'll see. Also, like I said, guys, we have brand new emotes here on the channel and stuff like that, so make sure to spam those Shadoukens. Well, that was something that Baz created. She actually created that name. Like, even the animations look dope as shit, you know? Yo, M Fighter, thank you for that. Greatly appreciate that, man. It's like every X game has to have a giant robot of some kind, and they always all suck. Like so easy to beat. And for the 11 people that we have here right now, thank you guys, greatly appreciate it. If you have not hit the thumbs up button, please do so, because it helps out the video a lot. So back when I was a kid, because I couldn't read and pronounce things properly, I used to call him Colonial. Because that's what it looks like it's said. Because when I thought Colonel and stuff like that, I thought like it was spelled like, you know, like popcorn kernel and stuff. Again, I was a stupid kid. It's like, he literally just has to come in. Like, he literally just had to come in and talk to them. That's it. Snake Colonel vibes. Well, yeah, Zero's technically the hard mode of this game.
We have all been wrongfully judged as mavericks by the humans. We cannot suffer this indignity and live in disgrace. We will build our own nation of Reploids. But remember, this is neither about insurrection nor rebellion against our human creators. This is about our liberty and security. We must battle for our own individual rights and our own survival. Together we will build our nation, a sanctuary for all Reploids, our own utopia. Let us forge onward towards a new golden era for the Repliforce.
I too share the general sentiment. Take heed, we have no other choice. Let us fight valiantly, with courage and pride, without fear, for we are the Repliforce.
The most powerful army in history!
The General has finally taken action. And now, my Maverick Hunters, what will you do? I'll be watching closely from here on out.
Actually, on this channel, I have a recording of me doing his voice for like a voice acting reel. I love the bosses in this game. Web Spider, I think, is the only one that I actually don't really care for that much. His design is cool, and so he's like, you see that blue thing on his head? I swear to God, that is a beret. In the artwork, it's a beret. And I'm like, that has got to be a Jill Valentine callback. It has to be. Yay, he's a traitor. Eat a bitch. He's probably one of the most famous Mavericks, honestly. Oh, I hate his level so much. Ah, Split Mushroom. This is giving me 50s, 70s cartoons, and I love it. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he does come back. I mean, it's a different series. It's got nothing to do with this one. But yeah, he does. I forgot about that. All right. Like, I love that like, you know, they gave us a story about these characters and then like they give a little bit more at that title call screen. Again, like they really did a lot of things different that the other ones just didn't do. And the bats are still here. So are these little dudes. With just the robot? Oh yeah, you can fight him with just the robot suit. Wow, I got tripped up. Yo, Kate, what's going on? All right, let's see if I can make this. Yeah! Just like I think this is like the only Mega Man game where you can use like a ride armor against a boss. So if you guys can't tell, the beads around his neck, not only that is actually a throwback to Akuma from Street Fighter, who wears those. His ain't green, stuff like that. They're the wooden ones, but they did it here. And see, he's got fire Hadokens. There we go. He didn't do the Shoryuken, though. Couldn't get him to do that. That's a bummer. Bonk him on the head. Dude's, not looking too good there. Then he appeared. Ryujin. So yeah, this move is essentially a fire uppercut. His blade beam turns into a fire blade. Because that's the thing. Unlike X, Zero gets power-ups for his sword and his inner abilities. Alright, so the fire actually works on 2 characters, so we'll go and do this. Right? Like, only Colonel and Zero were the only X characters, I think, that ever got into the Battle Network games.
Ready.
Oh, yeah. Blizzard Buffalo from the 3rd game, right behind us, frozen. There we go. I can't figure out who that is supposed to be in the back. I'm not 100% sure on that. Oh, well, yeah, but I mean, Bass is not an X character. He's a Mega Man character. You expect them to be in there. I know, right? The snow animation is just, dude, like, this game, it's just, it oozes charm. No, it's this way. We already got the heart tank, but I know the other one is here. Come on. There it is. Look! Ah. Damn it. I actually feel like the area getting frozen helps me more than it hurts me. Especially since there's not a lot to hurt me. Shut up and fight already. So, interesting fact. Look at the enemy's health bar, right? Look below at the symbol. It still says Repliforce, right? So, I'm not fighting a Maverick. You actually fight like members of the Repliforce that aren't Maverick. Like, to me, that was when I noticed it years ago. Was crazy. It's just like, yeah, like they're not all Mavericks. Like in the first 3 games, these characters are like literally just doing their job and trying to like build this utopia for them. And like it's so crazy in that aspect. It's one of the things that makes you think. Like this game makes you think at times. Like Zero's essentially killing people that he's worked with, you know. Hmm. $12 people here and 11 likes already, guys. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate all that. Seriously, I do. That means a lot. Yeah. So I gotta get an S rank on the next one to get the heart container, I believe. No! Still get an S rank though. Yes! Got it! Yeah, someone told me about like dash canceling, but I don't know how to do it. Oh, there, that was it. That rapid fire was it. No! No! Ah! Because I think if you get an S rank there, I think you get an energy tank. But that's also like another thing that I like about X is that there's stages. Like, so every stage has 2 stages, right? So that last stage, what was it? What was I just doing? I was rushing through as fast as I could to get the timing before the data absorbed me, right? What am I doing in this one? Flipping things upside down. Like they switch it up on you. So as soon as like you start getting used to these things, right? Anything, as soon as you start getting used to the level, it changes it up on you. And I think that's something that's not talked about a lot in this. So I really appreciate the developers doing that. All right, Cinnamon, take care. Yo, Proxy, member for 34 months. Thank you, dude. What's up, Throb Squad? Fuck yeah. Doing good. 13 consecutive viewers and 13 likes. Thank you, guys. That means a lot. Hell yeah. I'm impressed you made it this far, but you can't beat me. Get ready. And you can see this guy. He's a Maverick from the logo that's underneath him. But he's also probably one of the easiest bosses because you can just stun lock him. Like, I really wish this wasn't a thing in Mega Man games or something that they would have fixed. Like, X2 kind of fixed it. X3 kind of went back to it, unfortunately. And I thought that was kind of dumb. So, like, you know, there's no challenge to the bosses. Now, again, using your regular Saber and Buster and everything, depending on the character you play as, it can be a lot of fun. But ultimately, I still think it should do extra damage, but I don't think it should knock them into, like, a stun state like that. I don't think it should do that. Oh, what controller am I using? Playing with my Xbox One controller. You can't, I mean, it's technically lime green, but because of the green screen, it makes it a different color, so. Rakuhoa. Sounds like some kind of like Hawaiian dish or something. The Giga Attack. Oh yeah, I gotta use it on Storm Owl now. X-Bone. Have you ever tried playing Mega Man with keyboard? Yes. Yes, I have, actually. So years ago, this was back in like 1999, 2000, my buddy Randall showed me what ROMs and emulation was. Never heard of it before, right? Never heard of it before. And so he's like, yeah, dude, like you can play Super Nintendo games on your computer and like NES games too. And I'm like, what? The fuck are you talking about, dude? And fuck you, you missile. And so yeah, that happened. And I was like, oh my god, like really? And it was so dope. And so he showed me all that cool stuff, you know, and we played mainly at his house because, like, my computer at the time probably couldn't handle that stuff. So just getting his face blasted off right there. So eventually, like, when I got my Windows Millennium computer, which, yeah, it was, like, literally 2000, like, Windows, 2000. Got it. So I started learning how to do that stuff, but I didn't know you could plug controllers in to that stuff. So I was playing Super Nintendo games on a fucking keyboard, man. I was playing like the other X games and shit like that. You know, I was playing those. I was playing Pocky and Rocky on there. I was playing like Super Mario World. I was also playing like RPGs. I played a lot of RPGs on there. That explosion actually like jetted me right across. That was actually kind of dope. Dude, Mario 64 on a keyboard, I cannot imagine the craziness to that. All right, be right back, guys. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Had to check on my dad. Metroid Prime? I'd like to try that out, actually. I'd love to try that out. Ah! So I don't know if Zero can get up there. It's a double jump situation, but I don't think he can. I've heard it's better with the Wii controls or GameCube. Interesting. I mean, I gotta figure out how to remap. He can double jump it, but it's hard. Okay, but is there anything up there for him? Is the question? Because that's where X gets like 2 different, I think, Buster upgrades or 1 Buster upgrade. But yeah, no, I really got to try that out, and especially House of the Dead. Why did you judge us as mavericks? Stop the coup now. We're justified in doing this. Oh, oh God. Bitch! Get back here. Just a whoa! Just canceled out his big move. Oh, you bitch. Ah, nicked him. Woo!
It's not over yet.
Oh shit! Yo, the fucking Cyclone just canceled out my attack. That's dope. Nothing there for Zero. Okay, good to know. Enhanced Z-Saber. You can cut enemy energy shots with your saber. Yay. So, like, I like that the saber gets upgraded, but I don't like, because green's my favorite color, and it turns to purple now. I've got a message from Repliforce. Zero. I'll be at the Memorial Hall. Be there. Yeah, when you play as X, you don't, this doesn't happen for you. Well, I know it does, but you actually have to fight the Colonel.
What? I'm disappointed in you, Colonel. What do you think you're doing?
It's not too late. Stop the coup now.
Never.
If that's your decision, prepare yourself.
The dubbing, the sound dubbing on this game is so bad at times.
Very well then. I'll spare your life for now. But next time, there will be no mercy.
Yeah, like you can barely hear him.
Zero, please, don't fight with my brother. If you do, I'm afraid that one of you may end up...
Someone must stop Repliforce.
Zero!
Oh, Seth, I just got the stuff that you sent me. Prime hack. Okay. Ooh, field of view disable bloom, disable culling. Nice. Fixes the pixel glitch. Nice. I'll definitely have to give that a shot in the future, especially if I ever decide to review Metroid Prime. Because here's the shitty thing. I never beat Metroid Prime. I played the holy hell out of it, loved every minute of it, but game data got corrupted, and because I spent so many hours, I never went back and played it ever again. Never. Shit, we're almost at 20 likes too. Hell yeah. And doing good, Danny. No, the game's doing great. Having a lot of fun with this one. All right, so we just beat him. Yeah, fuck it, we can go to Web Spider. Whoa! Man, level design, foreground, background, they fucking cooked with this title, man. Yeah, I would love to go through the Prime games again, though, because I beat 3, didn't beat 2. And I still haven't beaten Dread. Actually, I hadn't even started Dread. So here's my problem with a lot of newer games, right? You know, I've wanted new Metroid games for years, finally got them, and I just don't play them. I just have fun playing through the classics more. I mean, hell, last year for the 30th anniversary of Super Metroid, I played through Super Metroid and had a blast with that game. It still is really amazing. Like, I've been thinking about doing, like, top 10 videos here on the channel. You know, I did them before, but I really want to, like, do them in, like, you know, better quality and shit like that. And so, yeah, I want to do that stuff. And then I was thinking about, like, you know, the lists, the games that I would put on there for certain ones and shit like that. Then I thought about it. I was like, man, PS4, I didn't really play a lot, I feel. Like, I didn't play, I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima. What's the other samurai game that's out there? I can't remember it. Oh boy. But it's like, yeah, like I didn't play a lot of games during that generation. But again, because I just really enjoyed playing classic games. Have I played Metroid Fusion? Oh, I have played Fusion, my friend. Metroid Fusion is probably my favorite Metroid game, mainly because that game is a fucking horror game. So, no, Nioh I have played. I have played that. I played Nioh 1 and 2. Work for Repli Force. Yes, I lead a renegade unit now. He stole Jill Valentine's beret. Look at that thing on his head. Yeah, I think as Zero, I don't think Web Spider actually has a weakness. Sekiro, that's the one. Yep. It's just I don't have like the time, unfortunately. Like this is the problem with I don't like about newer games. I don't have the time to devote that many hours to them. You know, it's. I mean, hell, you even look at something like the Persona games. 500 fucking plus hours to beat that shit. Like, what? That's insane. And people are like, well, yeah, I mean, you're an adult. It's like, dude, as a kid, you don't even have that much fucking time, right? Think about that. You're in school for just as many hours as you are working almost. And you get home and you go play with your friends and stuff. Like, a game like Persona 5, like, that much time. Like, even RPGs. I mean, RPGs had, like, a good lifespan to them. I think it's something like Super Mario RPG you can beat in, like, 10 hours. But things like Final Fantasy 6 and Chrono Trigger, yeah, like those things are big, but nothing compared to I feel like what is out there today. Ooh, gotta love Paper Mario. Gotta love Paper Mario. I mean, I guess I also put there's Bloodborne as well. I did enjoy Bloodborne on the PS4 when I played it. Too bad it'll never be released on anything. I literally do not understand what Sony's fucking malfunction is. I really do not understand like why they will not bring that game to PS5 or a sequel or whatever. It's like literally out of all the Souls game, it's probably the most popular. Even more so than Elden Ring, I feel. I mean, I'm not really a Souls guy anyway. Like, you know, I don't really play the series. I'm like a really big casual player. I just fully modded my Switch Lite with a mod chip and OLED screen, so I stream from my PC a lot while watching the Interesting. That's a good idea. Dude, that's a brilliant idea. Very smart. I love Days Gone, but does it really need a remaster? Fuck no, it doesn't. Fuck no, it doesn't. But now, will I be getting it? Yes, because I have the, you get that only $10 up charge that they're going to do. And it comes with new stuff. But, like, does it need it? No. Will it help future sales for the series? Possibly. It would be nice if it did. Ugh. Oh, yeah, Seth. So, yeah, I don't know if you're interested in that sound gig and stuff like that, but if you sent them an email, or if you haven't yet, tell them that you know me. Anything. Tell them that we're friends and we've worked together before. You know, I'd rather have people I know and trust do jobs than relying on strangers. I mean, I would probably, I don't know. See, Days Gone is just so long of a game. I don't know if I want to play through it again. Because when I was streaming it on the Road Twitch, you know, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. I had a blast doing it there. But it was so long, and I just kept getting sidetracked by the side mission. Trick the son of a bitch. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a 30-hour story. I mean, if you skip the cutscenes, you cut down on a lot, obviously. But then there are some parts, unfortunately, and I hate this in video games, forced walking sections. Absolutely hate that shit. Breaking news. New Spider-Man movie details announced. Wait, what? Well, if you've never played Days Gone before, then yes, go and pick it up when it comes out. Or if you don't want to pay the full price, go to a GameStop, buy the game for like dirt cheap, and then when you pop it into your PlayStation 5, you have to pay $10 for the upgrade. But if you can find that game for literally probably $10-15. Like, no joke. You should be fine. Now, I'm always trying to help people save money when it comes to buying video games, my dude. That's part of this, whole reason I have this channel. Beyond the Spider-Verse, summer 2027, and fourth Tom Holland film's title just dropped. What's the fourth title? Spider-Man, no end in sight. Till you're 90. You made it this far. I'm impressed. You interested in a real challenge? Who's your commanding officer? Never mind that. It's time to fight. And we just hit 20 likes, guys. Thank you so much for that. All right, welcome to Stunlock Hell, motherfucker. There we go, got him. Yo, sister, welcome. Spider-Man, brand new day. All right, I'll accept it. I'm interested, honestly, to see where they go with Spider-Man in the future. I really would love, and I know Marvel's not going to do it because they're stupid, but I would love for them to take, him to street level stuff. No more multiverse, no more like big, I mean, he can be in the Avengers movies, of course, but I don't want to see that shit, you know. I want to see him grounded. I want to see him working with guys like, you know, Luke Cage and Daredevil, Iron Fist, all those people. I want to see, that's what I want to see. This level. Oof. I love the theme song in this level, though. It's fucking banger. Got it. Woo! There we go. Am I excited for the new Wolverine game? I mean, I would be excited for the new Wolverine game if there was anything about it. I think that Sony leak did a lot of damage, unfortunately. Which, again, is the reason why I hate hackers and leakers, because they ruin shit like that. Yeah. Right. Ah! I just want to see a Spider-Man movie, not a prequel to Civil War. That story should have been a better Spider-Gwen movie, not an epilogue to Endgame, and not a Spider-Man anthology. Dude, I mean, I just want it to be good. Like, I have no faith in Marvel right now. Look, I love Daredevil, but that new Daredevil show is not doing it for me, and it's not doing it for a lot of other people either. It is not a good, series. Like, none of the characters have any chemistry. It is literally painful to watch how virtually none of these people have any charm close to the original cast. Like, absolutely ridiculous. I missed it! I overshot it. I don't believe it. Like, I just have no faith in Disney anymore. Like, you've got the wrong people running it, and after Endgame, it was clear as day they had no fucking roadmap on where to go and what to do. Everything's about the multiverse, and yet none of it actually connects to a multiverse, really. Like, it is absolutely batshit insane how bad that they have fumbled everything. It's just like, you should have people on the side, like, you know, fuck! People on the side who fucking could handle the next reign of stuff going on, you know? It's just shitty, man, to see things that you truly love get ruined. And I mean, like, they butchered Snow White. I'm so tired of those movies being bastardized versions of what they're of a classic, you know. And everybody's like, "Oh, I guess you're part of that woke crowd." And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I'm just saying I don't like the fact that they're destroying movies that I truly care about. You know, like, I'm sorry, Gal Gadot. She looked the part in that movie. but the second she opened her mouth to speak, it's like, dude, all the acting lessons in the world cannot help you. Like, look at that movie that she did that nobody remembers with her and Ryan Reynolds and The Rock. 3 actors who literally have no range at all. And at least, like, you know, Ryan Reynolds, he can actually joke about it, that he doesn't. He's like, oh yeah, I know I'm terrible. You know, he's like, he said it. He knows that he doesn't have range. But the other two, the Rock will never admit that he doesn't have range. He's like, nope. Finally. So they brought that back. Okay, so in the last game, you couldn't fill up E-tanks if you had anything left over. If your health was already like nearing full, it wouldn't go into the tank. Now it's going back to that. The ultimate armor code? Well, for Zero I did. For X, no, because Zero doesn't get a buff in this armor or anything like that. You know? He doesn't get a buff or anything of the sort. It's just a cool cosmetic. But I think in X5 he does. New Snow White was 1 out of 10. And like, I have some people saying, it's like, Tony, like, you don't understand. It's not for you. You know, it's not for you. It's for the new generation. It's like, yeah, but how about you treat the new generation with some fucking respect and respect their time and their intelligence? Because that's what a lot of these movie companies do not do. I mean, people have to wake up. It's like they're cashing in on things that are popular. Because nostalgia is a very powerful thing right now. Oh, you bastard. Did you like the Kevin Smith produced He-Man and the Masters of the Universe? Is that the one where Skeletor is voiced by Mark Hamill? Is that one? Because I've only seen clips of that one. It looked good. Like, that was... Because people have to understand, the original He-Man was made to sell toys, right? That's why the original was so campy and cheesy. Like, this new one did absolutely amazing from what I saw in the clips. I don't know if it's getting another season or anything. Or if I don't know. Did they cancel it? Hold on a sec. Well, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake. Doom the Dark Ages. Looking forward to that. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. And probably some other games I can't remember at the moment. I think there's like a lot of indie games I'm looking forward to. I don't know if there's any new TMNT games coming out, but... I saw G-Man Lives actually got an early code to Doom the Dark Ages. Man, I wish I had connections like that or like a bigger channel, to be honest, so I could get those hookups and shit and be able to put out reviews quick, but I'm not him. I'm not Dreamcast guy, so I'm not that lucky, unfortunately. But these companies, they don't really care about, working with smaller YouTubers. That's the sad thing. I've told people this story 1,000 times over and over, but they really don't. I'll tell you what game I'm looking forward to coming out, even though I don't... Ow. I'm not sure it's coming out this year. But, oh my god, I just had it in my brain. I'm tired. Oh yeah. If it comes out this year, the TMNT Last Ronin game. That's what I'm looking forward toward. Oh yeah, I forgot. Ninja Gaiden 4 is coming out later at the end of the year. And then the other Ninja Gaiden game as well. The Ninja Gaiden game that's it's like pixels and shit like that. I'm really looking forward to that. Oh yeah, Toxic Crusaders. Well, I mean, you'll see me cover that on my channel, so. No, Toxic Crusaders. No, Toxic Avengers a movie. Toxic Crusaders was a cartoon show, and they're making it into a beat 'em up. Damn, he's trucking him. Booyah! Yeah, it's crazy for only one season and it's getting a game all these years. It's like, dude, fucking Street Sharks had what? 3 seasons? 2-3 seasons, and that doesn't get anything? Like, come on. I'm just shocked that like it never did. Streets, in my opinion, when you because they consider Street Sharks a TMNT clone. If you're gonna rank like TMNT and all the other clones that came out afterwards, that was TMNT is obviously at the top at S class. Then you've got Street Sharks, and they're an S. They're up in the S rank. Biker Mice from Mars is like an A. You know, I know there's a few other ones that I'm forgetting. Going to space. Ready. Yeah, Biker Mice from Mars got fucking games and shit like that, and that series is getting a revival too. Well, I mean, hell, SWAT Cats has been having one that's been a revival for like God knows how many years. Like I remember making a video on this channel like, oh my God, that must have been like 9-10 years ago now. Yeah, and it just never happened. Bucky O'Hare. Oh, Jesus. Does anybody else remember Captain Simeon and the Space Monkeys? Am I the only one who remembers that?
I'll show you no mercy. Now get ready.
I always thought that, like, after you defeated him, you should have got a cutscene with him and not this. Road Rovers, yep. Oh my God, then was the other one? Battletoads got the pilot, but it never aired. Same with Crash Bandicoot, I think, got one too. It was a pilot for Crash Bandicoot. Earthworm Jim was a great show. Like, out of all those games, like, you know, all those games based off of video game properties, Earthworm Jim, because it, like, I think it was handled by the people at WB, like, that handled, like, Freakazoid and all that, those other shows. I honestly gotta say, I think that show was fucking brilliant. You got Homer Simpson himself versus Earthworm Jim with that great catchphrase, the eat dirt! Like, I fucking love that show so much. You can get the DVDs too. Like they actually like finally like released the whole series. Yeah. God, this fight, her being a boss. want to figure out where she got this ability to do this.
Okay, I'll do it.
Damn. The Super Fighting Robot. Yep. I actually have that on that whole series on DVD. Yeah, like it was a cheesy show, but I love the action in it. I love the robot designs and stuff, and the whole like now I've got your power.
Iris.
Plus the Mega Man X episode was fucking baller.
Hang in there, Iris.
Please, stay away from Replophos. Let's live together. In a world where only Reploids exist.
Iris, there's no world just for Reploid. It's only a fantasy.
Yes, I know, but I wanted to believe it. I wanted to live in a world where only Reploids exist with you.
Iris!
He only ever appears in, I think, yeah, the Mega Man Extreme games.
Iris!
And then,
Iris!
I think a flashback
Iris.
in X5.
Iris! Ah! No, this isn't happening! There's no reason for me to go on. What am I fighting for?
Oh, God. Captain N, the Game Master. Oh, my God. Oh, that show, man. Mother Brain looked weird as fuck in that show. Fucking Kid Icarus and shit. He was... I don't know what the fuck they did to him in that. Simon Belmont was so... Oh, my God. Like, he was such a... Like, he was Gaston from Beauty and the Beast, essentially. Like, he was always trying to get the princess's attention and shit like that. Oh, Jesus. That show, man. And I have, I don't have the Super Mario Brothers World show, but I know I have the Mario Brothers 3 one. I have that one. Wait, you do? You got animations? Really? Yeah, that was a classic scene, the thing. So funny enough, right? That iconic line, like, what am I fighting for? That has been re-recorded. So I think his name is Josh or Lucas something. He was the one who voiced Zero in like the later games, and he got to voice him in the remake of Mega Man X1. He recorded that. And then Johnny Young Bosch, who got to play Zero starting with Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And he's Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and he's also Zero in Tekken. He recorded that line too, and I'm not gonna lie, they do a really good job with them. Johnny's especially. Dude, Captain Lou Albano, I love those opening skits with him and Luigi. That shit was fucking gold, man.
My fate is sealed. I
have no choice. Now, there's a trick to beating him. Ah, shit, wasn't it? This wasn't the trick. Ah! Oh, you actually got to meet him? That's fucking dope, dude. I love how like they would have special guests stop by, like that one like where they had Elvira. And remember when people started discovering that clip and they were just like Bayonetta visiting the Mario Brothers in Brooklyn.
I have no choice.
Come on, you bastard. Ah, fuck you! What the? Ugh. Oh, damn, that fucking saber combo. So yeah, Toad, who actually the voice actor who played Toad in the Super Mario Brothers show, I actually met him a couple of years ago, actually now at Anime Boston. Ooh, come on, just run over here, you bastard. No! There we go. Yeah, John Stalker, he was there at the con because he was part of the Sailor Moon dub as well. He played Sailor Moon's grandfather, and I remember I saw a buddy of mine there at the con with his brother, and we're all big retro guys. We're all like in our late 30s. And I was like, Josh, you know that John Stalker, who voiced Toad, is here? And he's like, are you fucking serious? He took off so fast, I saw his after him. It's time to rock and roll! The general's like, oh, sure, teleport away, leaving me here, one arm and one fucking leg. Yo, Suspect 13, what's going on, dude? Whoa, right off the bat. When he does that dive kick and everything like that, he has a completely different voice. They must have lost the original file or something. There we go. Yo, Joe. Yeah, they really got to do something with the G.I. Joe franchise that's good. I have no faith, because after that Transformers Rise of the Beast movie, which was fucking garbage, by the way, they introduced that the G.I. Joes are going to be in that universe, and it's like, get the fuck out of here. You guys can't get a fucking Transformers movie right anymore. And she's like, oh, well, sorry, you did with Bumblebee, and somehow you fucked that up to continue it. Everybody wanted movies like on like Cybertron, and like that opening of that movie of them on Cybertron was fucking godlike. Holy shit! That tanked his fucking life. Nice. Yeah, like the Transformers 1 movie with Chris Hemsworth taking over the role, that was fucking gold. And the reason why, you know, that thing tanked. Hold on. Okay. The reason why that movie tanked was because, one, the advertising kind of was shitty, and the trailer, the first trailer for the movie, it made it seem like it was for little kids. You know? That was the big issue. So nobody wanted to go see it. Yeah, it's all about balance, exactly, right? Yeah, like you gotta speak to both the adults and the kids, because it's again where one of those people are like, well, it's not made for you. You know, you're not a child. It's like, dude, Looney Tunes was made for everybody. They respected everybody's intelligence. You know, even shows like let's go to the 2000s, right? TV shows that respected your intelligence: Shaolin Showdown, Jackie Chan Adventures. Need I say more? They respected your intelligence in those shows. You know, even like stuff on Cartoon Network. Yeah, like, you know, Dexter's Lab was goofy and stuff, but adults can enjoy that. Fucking Johnny Bravo. My father used to watch Johnny Bravo with me and stuff, and he even thought that was fucking hilarious. Same with the Angry Beavers. Angry Beavers is very like Three Stooge slapstick comedy and everything, which, you know, right up my dad's alley and mine. And so, like, what do you call it there? So you get that in the mix and shit like that, and it was a recipe for success. Now shows don't treat you like you're intelligent. I mean, Avatar, that did. I'm not an Avatar person by any means. I'm not really a fan of the series, but you know, it's still great. It's another reason, like, kind of like why I like anime more, because anime respects you, makes you think. I mean, hell, if you want to even add more, like, fuel the fire, Joe's like Rocket Power can be enjoyed by adults. I just went back and rewatched it, and people are like, well, that's because you grew up with it, that's why, so you're biased. I was like, no, dude, there's shows that even I grew up with that I can't watch anymore because they're just not good shows, you know? And I will admit that. But some shows do, well, they are timeless. Nailed the little bastard. Oh, he just goes back to doing that if you don't let him complete it. Ren and Stimpy, yep. Mike Judge still got it. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I mean, like there's shows like Doug, kind of a hard show to go back and watch in this as an adult. Like you see kind of like how kind of corny it is, and it doesn't work in a lot of aspects. Still got some great episodes, though. Don't get me wrong. Oh yeah, that's right. The guy who voiced Ren, yeah, he went off the fucking deep end and he got exposed. Although like what do you call it there? Billy West did a fucking amazing job. He was amazing as Ren. He stepped up. Did I just cancel out that fucking the fuck? Die, bitch! Well, it's like Proxy just said. He's a PDF file. The voice actor was found out to be a PDF file. I don't know if I can say that on stream and get demonetized. That's why I'm not saying the actual word, but you get what it is. Are you sure? Oh, okay. Wait a minute, I'm looking this up. Yeah, no, Proxy, it says here, the series creator, what was it? Yeah. Ren Hullock was voiced by John Crickfalsey in seasons 1 and 2. Billy West in the seasons 2 to 5. And Billy West, yeah, it was Stimpy from the beginning. I would kill to meet Billy West. I really want to meet him because that dude is an absolute fucking legend. I like how like some people were giving him like shit for coming back as Fry again because they're like, oh, he can't do the voice anymore. He sounds too old. No, bro. Compared to like the Simpson actors, Billy West does amazing. Anything. I mean, if anything, he sounds more like Professor Farnsworth than ever before. Good news, everyone! Uh-oh, I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, Billy West is Fry, man. Fucking goated. That might be my favorite role he's ever done. Rocko's Modern Life is kind of like I think it's like an acquired taste. You know? Oh yeah, the whole Futurama cast, yeah. Do you remember how like they weren't gonna like bring back Bender's voice actor John DiMaggio? And people were like, oh, he should just shut up and like be happy and take the money that they were gonna give him. It's like, bro, it's Hulu. They have so much goddamn fucking money. Anything. Like, they have so goddamn much money. They could literally pay him. He is the most popular character on that show. He's not even the main character, and he's the most popular character. That tells you something. That dude sold merchandise. Like, you go to John's table at conventions and stuff like that. His line is gigantic. Anything. I mean, he's been in a lot of other things too. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, Waka from Final Fantasy X. You know, he's been Waka from Final Fantasy X. The Scotsman from Samurai Jack, which is probably my favorite role that he's done. Yeah, it is like yeah, like all the VAs were coming to his defense because they needed to, because they knew it's like, shit, if we don't stick up for him, everything, no one's gonna pay us fairly. If we can't back him on this, all these other companies are gonna be like, hey, you're just voice actors, we're not gonna pay you that much. It could end up being like it could be like back in the 90s where you made jack shit as a voice actor. Yes, he was Jake the dog from Adventure Time. Simply brilliant. You even defeated Colonel and Iris. Made me do it. No, you wanted to destroy them. Allow me to remind you that I was once the leader of the Maverick Hunters. Bro, we know the story.
What's our current situation?
But this fucking scene right here.
Commander!
Where's that red Maverick that wiped out Garma's unit?
Inside. He's inside that door.
You may leave now. I'll take care of this personally.
By yourself, Commander?
I don't want any more of my people being sacrificed.
Oh, Frank Welker's insane. Him and Jim Cummings. The voice range that they have and the stuff that they do. Absolutely nuts. God, this fight scene, man. Like, I've got a lightsaber. I've got a pipe. Going final fight on his ass. Somebody's getting fucked. And this part is very important right here. So right there, when he shattered that crystal, that's what transferred the Maverick virus to Sigma.
Look, it's Commander Sigma. Incredible.
Now I'm certain there's no one who's a match for the commander. What?
Take that Red Maverick to the repair center and call Dr. Kane. I wish to have that Maverick studied.
Commander, are you okay?
Silence!
Zero, you were a Maverick? Bro, you know he was. This is definitely a translation error right here. What's your point? Are you that surprised? Zero, you're most impressive. Sigma, I will defeat you. Hamtaro, oh my god. Kush, 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 kush. God damn, man. I remember Hamtaro. That was on Toonami. So crazy. You know,
Become space dust.
when you think about like the lineup that Toonami had back then, like Dragon Ball Z at 4:30, 5 o'clock Yu Yu Hakusho, 6 o'clock Hamtaro, and it's like, what? I love the noise he makes. Ah! I love that. Are you ready for round 2? Yeah! Didn't even hit me once. Yeah, it's getting like I was talking to one of my friends today, and she and I have been doing conventions for like, you know, like I've been doing mine for 20 years, and I really feel that going to cons and meeting actors is a lot. So I went to Rhode Island Comic Con last year. A friend of mine gets me in for free every year. I get early access. I get to go meet the actors and stuff. But like, I was looking at like how much they charge for autographs, right? And it's getting up there. But then it gets worse, where like a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh voice actors were there. I asked a friend of mine, because by the time their line started dying down, I had to leave. But I asked him, I was like, hey, can you guys, I asked her, I was like, can you go meet this voice actor and this voice actor? It was Joey's actor and Duke Devlin's voice actor. And I asked her, I was like, yeah, could you go do this? She's like, yeah, I'll grab them for you tomorrow. I'm here all weekend. So she did, and like the autographs for like for Joey's actor, it was a Red Eyes card I got for one of my best friends, and then the Lord of the Red Eyes card I had him sign. And Duke Devlin's voice actor signed like a dice pool card. And my friend, she got charged twice for Joey's actor. And I was like, That sucks, man. That's not even him. I think that's the con doing that. Now I get it, because some people take advantage of that and they'll bring fucking suitcases full of stuff. Oh my god, it's bad when that happens. But yeah, like cons are just getting way too expensive. Like I see what some people blow at these conventions, and I'm like, dude, you spent $900 at a con on autographs and photo ops alone? Like what the fuck, man? Like to me, it's just always insane. Nope. Yeah, Zero, it's a little bit easier to hit this asshole. Shit. Oh, damn, I hit the edge. Ooh, Maurice LaMarche. I'd love to meet him. Oh, this is it. Oh, right, Prox? Yeah, like, I mean, so many of them. It's just too much, man. It's just way too much for these actors. I mean, look, I like Mark Hamill, but I think he's let the political stuff get to his head. He is like literally on social media. It's like, dude, I cannot imagine being that miserable. I mean, I'm a miserable bastard. Don't get me wrong, but I could never imagine being as miserable as he is to people online. And yeah, I know it's like the people that are trolling and stuff, but it's like, dude, you gotta stop feeding the trolls and stuff. And then like you see what like he charges at a convention. And to be fair, sometimes it's not even the actor that does that. Actors have a flat fee to hire them into a con, and so the money that they're collecting from you at the booth isn't even going to them. They've already been paid. Their hotel and flight and transportation has already been paid for. So that's the con trying to, like, you know, get the money back to for the actor that they brought in. But here's my thing that I know. Those conventions jack up the pricing even more to justify it. It's like, no, you're already making back your money and then some and shit, you know? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I remember back in 2014 when my sister and I went to New York Comic Con, and they actually, like, the two biggest guests they had there, aside from J.C. David Frank and a lot, I mean, there was a lot of great actors there, don't get me wrong. But the two biggest, like, ex-celebrities that they had there was Sigourney Weaver and, what do you call it there? Sylvester Stallone. My sister and I really wanted to meet him, but he was like $500. Now, granted, you'd get to go into a box and sit down with them and chat with them for like 10 minutes and stuff, which I thought was dope, right? You get a photo with them. And in hindsight, I really should have paid that. Me and my sister should have paid that. But that's just too much, you know? Oh, yeah, no. Rob Paulson, super dope guy. Super dope. I met him once. It was actually when New York Comic Con was happening, the year that my sister and I went. I think he was there, or it was the year after. But either way, he was promoting the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show, the one where he came back and instead of being Raphael, he was Donatello in it. They got, like, him and all the new cast were signing at the Toys R Us that I don't think is in Times Square anymore. And it was insane. Like I went up to him because like the line really was kind of all over the place, and he was further down. And I just went up to him and I shook his hand, saying, I'm sorry, like my sister and I, like, we're just cutting through to get to the convention. But I just want to say, thank you for like being the voice of my childhood. And he was like super great about it, shook my hand and stuff like that, and then like he patted my shoulder, and he's like, no, thanks for stopping by. I mean, like, it seems like you guys are in a hurry. I was like, yeah, we are, but again, super nice dude, like just really super dope. And like those are the kind of celebrities you want to meet, right? You do not. I mean, like some. And here's the thing too. And this is what really sucks. Some celebrities are so nice, and they're usually the ones that play villain characters, right? The actors who play villains are some of the nicest people you'll want to meet. You will rarely ever see them be assholes. I mean, my friend, she went dressed as Bakugo for which is it CT-Con she met? It was Kineticon she met him at, and she dressed up, and her outfit was to fucking spec, mind you. It was epic. But gotta attack him! Gotta attack him! Stupid wind. And she met the actor, and he just did not give a fuck that she was dressed as him. And I was like, what? And she actually felt really bad for the rest of the day. She's like, oh, maybe he was just having a bad day or something like that. But like, he was really cool to the people that were like in front of me. Like these girls were really like, kind of like all over the place. You could tell they were really nervous, and I was just really polite and kind and stuff. And I was like, I don't know, dude. Like, I felt so bad for her because she loves the character so much. So I felt bad for her. Haha, bitch. Yes! More wind. Could definitely kill him in the next one. Oh, we got him. I didn't even need to get the other energy tank. Yes! We did it! We beat the game! Holy shit, I think this was quicker than any of the other ones. Todoroki's VA sent a message to a girl with a birthmark that made her sort of look like Todoroki. He wanted to do something nice for her. Yeah. Oh, I met him. He was at CT-Con 2 years ago, and he's the voice of Ken now in Street Fighter. So I was the first person he got anything signed by Ken-wise. Because I brought a comic that was signed by it's the comic from Iron Pinky, who's a great Capcom artist. Well, he works for Udon, and I got that and it came out in time for me to go to the con. Met Todoroki's voice actor, super chill. He was so stoked to sign that. He loves Street Fighter. He loved being able to play that character. Yay, we win!
So, this is what happened to me. This is my fate. I couldn't save anyone after all. Iris! choice after all.
I love this ending theme here too. This was like dudes, I'm telling you right now, Capcom's soundtrack when it came to the 90s, any game they created music for, fucking banger soundtracks. The X series, Breath of Fire 2 and 3, 1 and 2 are great. 3 soundtrack is godlike. Resident Evil soundtracks, amazing. But yeah, that's it right there, guys. That is that's Mega Man X4. That's my favorite Mega Man game. Am I crooked a little bit? Oh yeah, the camera's a little lopsided. I haven't had personally any problems with guests at cons, but I've heard about some that are real assholes. Yeah, some of them are. I mean, like, I met Tony Danza, you know, and he's just, you know, and I mean, I'm sure he gets asked about who's the boss all the time, so I actually asked him about his boxing career. And he just didn't really seem to care. And I was like, I fucking hate that shit. Who was the other one that was like that? Was it an actor that didn't care, or... I'm trying to think. No, it was a cosplayer. I don't think she cosplays anymore, but she was pretty popular back in like the early 2010s. And my sister was a huge fan of hers because she did an Alice from Alice Madness Returns cosplay, and my sister really wanted to go meet her, so we did. And my sister wanted what do you call it there? She wanted a photo with her, and so I took the photo, and she's like, "Oh, do you want one too?" And I was like, "No, thanks. I'm all set. Thank you, but thank you anyway." And she got so mad at me and gave me like the biggest death stare. So I was like, "All right, fine. I'll take a photo with you." And I stood next to her, and she put her arm around me and smiles. And in the photo, on my face, you could see that I do not want to like have her touching me. I'll ask my sister if she remembers who that cosplayer was. I'll see who it was. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh, John Barrowman. He was kind of an asshole to me. This was like a decade ago. A friend of mine went to a con here, and she's like, "Yeah, do you want to come to the con, dude?" And I was like, "Okay, yeah, you know, I'll show up to the con. You know, we'll do that." And we did, like, you know, I went there. We got in line for a photo op with him because she wanted a photo with him and stuff like that. And I, you know, and he was nice to us in line, you know, and everything. But what happened was I wanted to go to his table to get a autograph for a friend of mine. And what happened was, what do you call it there? What happened was I was talking to John's husband, who was the one that was in charge of their booth. And the line was really long. So I was talking to him because John and his husband and their nieces were going to go visit places around Boston and around, what do you call it there? Let me switch back to the main room. Yeah, so... And so I was talking with them, and I told them a bunch of great places to go, and everything. And then, what do you call it there? I shook his. He put his hand out to me, so I shook his hand. And John was just a rotten dick to us afterwards. That kind of sucked. Oh no, I've seen Lou walk around conventions. He doesn't look happy to be there, and everything. He really doesn't look that happy to be there. You know, it really sucks like that. Like some people, I mean, again, I try to be understanding, you know, I try to be understanding and say, hey, look, I get it. A lot of cons kind of screw people over. They don't, you know, they don't take care of their guests properly. So in turn, those guests get mad and then they take it out on the fans that come out to see them. And, you know, and that sucks. That just sucks at the end of the day. But speaking of end of the day, thank you guys so much for tonight. This was absolutely, holy shit. Oh, it is downpouring out there. Holy, I got the window open to vent the heat and shit from the lights and everything. Holy shit. Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I greatly appreciate it. For anybody that's watching and you want to tune in, or anybody that actually made it all the way through this video, we will have timestamps as well. So if you want to go back, we'll have timestamps for all that stuff. But thank you guys again so much for coming out and supporting us through this Mega Man X Legacy Series playthrough. We will be back tomorrow night, and we will be playing this game again, but we will be playing as Mega Man X. So thank you guys. Greatly appreciate it, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care, and have a good one. You didn't see that.